I'm gonna do another video because people think this is funny on Christmas Eve. I just tried to lay down after all night them doing this and having parties and banging. And of course people would say, hey, it's Christmas Eve, or yeah. But the banging continues, the intimidation in front of my door, the slamming of the doors so hard. And these are all quote unquote men. Let that sink in. But the floor again, I have burn marks on my back, or they call a medical professional has the word for it, where it's not exactly the outside of the skin, but it's underneath. This was going on all night long. So I have looked at a couple studios. So I have some other people down at the end of the street laughing and joking and just coming up the stairs, banging the door, banging the street, and mentioning street numbers of studios down the street that I was just looking at. So this is how this goes with these people. As soon as you leave one studio, you got another one that starts in. And this is the way it was at a couple of these other neighborhoods. And I won't get into it right now. But this isn't a one-person operation. This is usually a group of these people that do this kind of stuff together. And this is why the people at the YWCA thought it was so funny that I was coming here. And as soon as I came here, I stood out front of the building waiting for the leasing agent, and all these people rolled up to show me who they were. So as we go forward, when we look at other studios, this is what will go on in the area. They will follow you from place to place and make sure you know that they have friends there, or they have people there that are going to start the same nonsense again. So we're going to continue to document. So like I said, they can set up the next studio because we will document that one too, as this continues, which is one of the things that victims and survivors face when you go look at housing, because they will stalk you around the city wherever you go. And I will tell you some incidences at the last studio I was just at that didn't, it didn't add up. So it's not just an individual type of filthy crime that these people are involved with. It's a group crime. It's stalking. It's doing this together. What do you want to call a gang? A cult, they call themselves family, or a group of people in housing apartments, or you're at a hotel and it seems like the room on the side of you, the room upstairs, or the room on the other side of you. So we'll continue to talk about this because I post videos usually every 2 to 3 hours now, because this is what goes on. I mean, even Christmas Day, we can't back off. Like I said, I already said I was leaving, but I've had these people already follow me to where I'm going with the next place. So we'll continue to document this because this has been going on a while. And the more people that get involved, the more people that we can show what happens with survivors when they attempt to go and get housing after being told, well, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? I'm sure all of us have heard that when we're facing these kind of predators and abusers and rapists and child pedophiles. Why don't you just leave? And I continue to document this because I was told all my life, why don't you get out? There's the door. I'm going to put you in foster care. Why don't you leave? I mean, I've heard this throughout my life, and periodically you do. But then they continue to stalk you wherever you go. So Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a good one. I'm trying to survive once again because this is what these men in this apartment building are doing. And once again, I say that, measuredly, men. But I will continue to document what they think they're doing here. Be safe out there.